especially with record inflation rates, we think it's important to help Minnesotans afford their lives more easily, and the way we're going to do that is with permanent ongoing tax relief. So that's what we're focused on now. We'll dig into the maps and worry about the election after the session.
What about broadly the demographic changes? Republicans have done increasing wealth in rural areas, but rural areas losing population. How do you think the maps look for you in light of that?
I honestly don't know how to answer that because I haven't had time to look. I would anticipate that the metro suburban districts grew in population, of course, and the rural districts maybe shrunk a little bit. So there's probably more metro suburban districts as a result, and fewer districts in greater Minnesota, which sometimes makes it more difficult because we have in greater Minnesota, as someone who represents greater Minnesota, the size of our districts, while the population is the same across the state, the actual size, the geography that we have to cover is much greater. So it makes it more difficult to sometimes provide, it makes it more difficult for us to communicate with constituents compared to some of the districts that are more compacted, shall I say. But
physically getting around.
Physically, yes. Yeah, I mean, from one side of the district to the other, in some cases, is an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, what your district is.
It's getting big.
Yeah, so.
You don't have a sense yet what it could do to your majority and chances of holding on to the majority?
We have not looked at that as far as the maps go. We're confident that our priorities for this session will help us maintain and grow our majority. And again, that's focused on public safety, education, and permanent ongoing tax relief for Minnesotans.
What do you say to members of your caucus who maps and go, oh man, I'm pitted against you? And maybe they come to you and say, what do we do?
Yep, it is a difficult conversation. It is not an easy conversation. This is the second time that I've been through redistricting. Of course, I was here when it happened 10 years ago, and it's a difficult conversation when members get paired together.
Do you pick winners and losers, or do you just let them fight it out?
We do not pick winners and losers. No, we have a conversation. We work with our members, but that is a decision that each member has to make on their own.
And you don't know how many county commissions in this joke either.
The courts they said they went for a least change plan. I mean, the chair, I'm hoping you can comment on whether you hope they do more changes potentially, or do you think this was a good approach for the courts?
Yeah, so what I was really hoping for and our caucus was hoping for was at least change. I think, based on the principles that they laid out within their decision earlier on in the previous year, I think this map really flows well with what their principles were, and we need to do that. Like Jeremy said, our rural districts are getting bigger, but the nice thing that you see with a least change map is that constituents who have finally gotten used to what their district boundaries aren't all of a sudden, now thrown into an entirely different number district. We try to keep that to a minimum, and I think the court did a fairly good job of that. So it stays consistent. People know where they got to go and vote and who's representing them, and so I'd like that consistency going forward.
I'm sorry if you already covered this, but just to clarify, it sounds like you do not plan on challenging this. You could legally, technically challenge this. You guys as a caucus plan on accepting this.
Yeah, and I don't want to comment on that right now. I think we need to just look through the map and see how it looks. But, the courts for the last 50 years have been really involved with the maps. And you've seen how that's worked out. I mean, it's been a fairly balanced map going forward. There's not a lot of precedent for challenging these maps. So, we'll analyze that and see if that's best for Minnesota. But right now, we just need some time to look at them.
Do you see this as a failure of the legislature to get a job done and leaving it to the courts? Are you satisfied that the process with the 5-judge panel is appropriate and workable, or better than what the legislature should? It's their duty to come up, it's your duty to come up with something.
We didn't have the time.
Yeah, that's exactly. I think this is an outlier of a year. I don't think you can judge a process based on this year. I know in the past there's been failures of it as far as what looked like failures from the Senate or from the legislative side of things. But in reality, if you look at the outcomes of this state and the process that we've used, I would say it's been a pretty balanced approach to the maps that we end up getting. So I know there's been calls for other systems and whatnot, but folks, if you look at that, I really think people are being represented very well based on our diverse populations across the state.
Can I ask Senator Miller a question? And I know it's preliminary, I know you're still looking, I know there's info to come. But what was your gut when you saw it and when you had staff give you the quick briefing? Do you think these maps are fair?
Based on our initial analysis, they appear to be fair. Again, I was disappointed to see more Republican pairings compared to Democrat pairings. I was happy to see that the district I represent didn't change much for the reasons that we mentioned earlier, because it would be a challenge to learn a completely new district and interact with a brand-new district of constituents. But overall, initial analysis, the maps seem to be fair.
Correct me if I'm wrong, your district though did change for the congressional, right? Or did yours not? I'm sorry.
The first congressional district did change slightly, but not, I don't think significantly. I haven't.
You're still in the first.
I'm still in the first, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, is that what you're asking? Yeah, I'm still in the first congressional
Okay,
district.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, I had
Nope.
that.
Sewer County, that
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't look at the congressional maps all that closely, but they appeared to be pretty similar. But no, where I reside will continue to be in the first congressional district.
Did you say Dornick and Nelson or Drahan?
Yep, Dornick and Nelson.
And then it was Straheim and Rosen.
And while I'm thinking about running for Congress, I'm not, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Totally kidding. Totally
Not why we
kidding.
called you. That's the press conference.
Wrong press conference. I'm just kidding.
Well, Angie Craig saw the maps and she declared.
Yeah.
It's because her district got better.
Yeah, are you both running?
No, CD1 and CD8 and CD7 all have Republican members of Congress already, right?
I don't know. I
Are you
haven't
gonna run
looked at the
against any of the
congressional.
incumbents?
I haven't looked at it.
There is
No,
a
no.
brand new Senate district in Ramsey County, 66, that already has a Democrat declared. Are you gonna put up a candidate there?
I haven't even looked at the district,
Yeah, that already-
but yes, we're planning to put up Republicans in every district.
Okay.
We filled the slate.
We'll have Republicans in every district.
Is Senator Senjum running again? His
Uh,
district now is plus 21 Biden.
Well, I think he announced it to all you before he announced it to us that he was planning to run again, but I have not had any, I haven't talked to Senator Senjum today since the maps have been released.
Yeah, we're not gonna make anyone's announcements today.
No.
How about Senator Limmer's district? Have you looked at that? That's kind of considered the number one target.
It appeared that Senator Limmer's district is a favorable district.
Okay, you feel good about keeping that seat?
Yeah, we feel very good about keeping the seat, yep. With the amount of money and the negative campaigning that went on in that district 2 years ago with Senator Limmer hanging on, we're very confident that he's gonna
And Housley
hang on.
looked like she caught a break, maybe.
I didn't look at Housley's district real closely, but again, we're not overly concerned about it.
But if somebody gets better, somebody next door maybe gets worse, because they maybe grab some
Yep.
votes that maybe somebody else needed, it
Yep.
doesn't
We're,
hurt.
we're still trying to figure that out.
District.
Yep. But yeah, if one district gets better, then generally speaking, another district.
But if it was already a strong
Loses.
PFL district, it maybe didn't matter.
Correct.
We
Yep.
gave them some more.
Yep, exactly.
So is it safe to call this 2022 a battle for the birds?
I think there are gonna be a battle, suburban area is definitely gonna be battleground, but we're very confident that our message is gonna resonate with voters all across the state of Minnesota. And you guys have heard me say it, I said it earlier, but with crime absolutely out of control, and I went over some of the statistics yesterday on the Senate floor, we're confident that providing funding for more police officers, holding criminals accountable for their actions, helping make communities safer, not only in the Twin Cities metropolitan area, but all across the state of Minnesota, is a winning message, a winning priority, along with empowering parents, putting really the focus on the kids and ensuring that our kids get a top quality education. And we're all dealing with record inflation rates, and there aren't too many things we can do at the state level to address inflation, but we are going to provide more money in people's pockets as a result of the surplus through permanent ongoing tax relief.
Come on, I just needed you to say it's a battle of the birds.
I had to get it in one more
On that note, I have like a policy update question. So we're now a month out from when Deed says they need unemployment insurance fund
Yeah,
refilled to avoid the tax increases. Are there any like real progress, like actual progress with negotiations with the House about a compromise on that front?
Well, the Senate did our job. We passed the UI funding yesterday at the same level that the governor did, and we're encouraging the House to do the same. We don't think it's an issue to hold up or to try to negotiate or trade something for. We feel that it should be passed straight up. It had strong bipartisan support on the Senate floor, and I would expect it would have the same in the House.
All right,
Thank you, everybody.
thanks, guys.
Thanks for the short notice.
Yeah. Well.
We got nothing.